goes down. Antonio Smith. Here comes the field goal unit.
We got an injured 49er on the ground too, but Oakland game, but we've seen Derek Carr handle pressure. We've seen him stand in the pocket, do things that people say he hasn't done well all year, and that's find the receiver down the field, and it's been impressive today what he's been able to do against a really good San Francisco 49ers defense.
Martin being helped off the field. Anthony Davis, remember, remained out of this game with a concussion. Jonathan Martin started in his place. And the offensive line shuffling has had an effect on this 49er offense throughout the season. Now you're going to try to make a 47-yard field goal and get to within 8. Phil Dawson with Lee, the holder. He missed it. No good to the left.
Looking more and more, Chris, like David Carr, the Oakland Raiders are going to come away with a victory in this rivalry. They need a drive now. That missed field goal. Wow. I know one thing. They need somebody that can embrace this Raider Nation, bring a face back to this team, because it's a shame when an organization with the history that the Raiders have been in a funk for as long as they have.
Well, they've tried a lot of different veteran quarterbacks. You know, they went the young coach route with Lane Kiffin and Dennis Allen. That didn't work. They have a young quarterback to build around. We saw the performance of Carr today, and will they go with an established coach, someone maybe a Mike Holmgren, whether it's Harbaugh or Gruden? Will they go? David Shaw's name has come up at Stanford.
Yeah.
Not sure if he's interested or not. These are things you hear as to what the Raiders will do next. Meanwhile, Sparano has to get them through their remaining games at Kansas City, home with the Bills, and then at the Broncos. After this game and a little bit of a celebration, Tony wasn't ready for that. The OT presented by Lowe's coming up, and then we're going to take you to Philadelphia for the Seahawks and the Eagles in the conclusion of that game. Carr is going to keep and sit down. A classy move on the part of the Raiders, not rubbing it in this Bay Area rivalry. A 24-13 Raider advantage.
Oh, the questions have to arise now about San Francisco. Their quarterback, how he handled the media this week was... Hey, Chris,
that's a little unusual, though.
It was unlike him, but very unprofessional, and he may have been hiding behind some of the poor play, and he may have been internalizing a lot of the issues on this football team. But when you do that, and I said it at the very beginning of the show, you come out and have a game like San Francisco did today on offense, and you put yourself squarely behind the 8 ball, they're going to face the firing line after this loss.
Well, it's never a good thing when your owner, CEO Jed York, tweets out apologizing to the fans, you know, after the loss on Thanksgiving, saying it's unacceptable. Now, when we talked to the players, they agreed, said it was unacceptable, but this was their chance for the 49ers to do something about it as Kaepernick flips the pass to Vernon Davis, a flag down. There's no denying.
Illegal formation, offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
No denying the pass success of what Jim Harbaugh has done. Remember how rough things were in San Francisco before he showed up. Took a team right away to the championship, then made the quarterback decision with Kaepernick. Went to a Super Bowl back in the championship game last year, toe-to-toe with Seattle, the eventual Super Bowl champs. But the drop-off this year is significant.
It's been very significant, very surprising. You know, they talk about wanting to have a physical brand of football, coming out in games, knowing they're going to win, and then going out and doing it. It was not at all the case today. We were looking for somewhat of a statement, Chris, from this 49er team, especially their offense, about how they were going to approach the end of the season. And I'm telling you, this was a dud.
And that's the kind of day it has been for Colin Kaepernick and the 49ers. And that's the way it's looked for the Raiders. The loss put in the books here for the 49ers. Seattle winning, so we've yet to tabulate their 9th victory. The future of Jim Harbaugh. in San Francisco. An impressive performance from Derek Carr and the Raiders. Oakland in the Battle of the Bay with a 24-13 victory over the 49ers, their second win of the season. We'll have more from the Bay Area. You're watching the NFL on Fox.
Raiders and
it's going to be good once we get
Kaepernick. Let's see here. First play of the game.
You don't rub it in. When you
I ain't
like
rubbing
it.
it in. I just told them the truth. They ain't want to hear the truth from me. I want to hear it from everybody else.
Well, here the truth is, this is just a bad pass.
This ain't the way you start off a game. This is not the way you draw it up.
Picked off by Brandon Ross. It would lead to a 57-yard field goal by Sebastian Janikowski and a 3-0 Raiders lead.
Good brains, Ross.
You know, this is a Niners offense that has scored fewer than 20 now in 6 of its last 7 games. Kaepernick struggling. They can't get the running game. I mean, this is...
Now, you got a running game. You just don't want to give it to Frank Gore continuously. You got a running game.
All right, here we go. Keep your eye on Donald Penn. He's 6'4", 340. Offensive lineman, tackle eligible. And Donald Penn has 4 career catches, 3 for touchdowns. And big fella, word of warning, don't dance. We are on a fault line out here, brother.
And I tell you what, though, you can see the type of athlete that big fella is. He had to reach down to catch that ball. Reach down, bent at the hips, pulled it in, got his big fat butt in the end zone.
Warner, Derek Carr, one of his 3 touchdown tosses. That's a Michael Rivera who had a 100-yard day, and I don't know what that is.
By the way, Frank Gore, 12 rushes, 63 yards. Why stop giving him the ball?
And later on, Cap trying to make something happen with his team down 11. But it's C. Wood with his 59th career INT.
Hall of Famer, much gamer.
They are already chiseling his bust for Canton,
Love
Ohio.
to see Wood.
Hey, look who's 1, 2, and 3.